Tonight, these Nittany Lions know well what is waiting for them. Pure white noise. Energy that can be seen, heard, and felt. The monochromatic mayhem. The deafening unity of the Penn State whiteout awaits us all.
Everything matters.
That's where we win right here, not on the field.
Where we want to be at the end of the season starts with our mentality and our attention to detail today.
When they leave Penn State, a person should be able to look at them and say, that's a guy that went through that program. He's special.
Oh, it is finally here. The week we've all been waiting for. Penn State and Auburn in primetime fashion for the Penn State Whiteout, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. This week's episode features a couple of products from Lackawanna College, Jaquan Brisker and Ji'Ayir Brown. Gentlemen, first off, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I mean, it's finally the Whiteout week, something that's been circled on the calendar, it seems like forever, with a max capacity crowd of 107,000 people. And Brisker, before we started this podcast, Tig was talking about the first time he saw his name up on the video board during introductions. What was that moment like for you, Tig?
It was great. You know, I did that video about a year from seeing it, so I always wanted to see it. And just to see it on GameDay was just amazing. It was one of the highlights of the day.
How do you soak that moment in, Brisker?
I would say just like looking at the screen, just like, wow, you know, the fans cheering you on, and then your name's up there, so you just take it all in.
Can we be real for a second? So, like, the conversation all week before that Ball State game was 107,000 fans back in Beaver Stadium for the first time in almost 2 years, 650 days to that date. What was it actually like from a player's perspective?
It was great, you know. For my first home game with fans, you know, just to see all them people there supporting us and having our backs against Ball State was just a great feeling, you know. And for my first home game, I'll forever cherish that moment.
What was it like running out of that tunnel again with all those fans screaming for you?
I just, you know, run out the tunnel. I was like, wow, like this is crazy, especially seeing like the marching band and, you know, everybody else together, you know, including the fans. I'm like, wow, like we're back. And it just felt good to be in Beaver Stadium and everything like that. So
when you see the marching band, that's kind of unique to a player's perspective. Like, what about that gets you going?
Oh, just the way like they're lined up when we first get out there, and then like how they have a pathway for us to run through and things like that. And just like the marching band, like, you know, just the music, the sound, like when you're coming out, you're like, oh yeah, it's game day.
It's game day, yeah. And another instructor, yo, he brings a lot of passion, you know, and everything he does and every song they perform, and it's great seeing him, you know.
It's just different, like the college football vibe. You got the marching band with the drums, and they're clicking on the side. You can hear them walking in the stadium. It had that game day atmosphere back in Beaver Stadium for the first time in 650 days. When you run out of that tunnel, do you run the same line every single time you run out, or do you shake things up? Like, how does that work?
Well, last year I was like trying to be the last person to come out, but since I'm a captain, like we're like the first four, so obviously I got to go out there first. You know, we got to go in for a coin toss, and then I know they're hyped back there, so it's just like we stand the tone.
Yeah, they got to lead the way. I like to play the back scene, you know. I like the same thing he just said. I like to be in the back, you know, come out one of the last people, you know. It's just enjoy the moment, man. I like to take my time and enjoy the fans, watching everybody else shake the fans' hands. We come out the tunnel, and when I'm ready to go, I go and I shake the hands, and it's just great. It's a great feeling.
Brisker, being a team captain, being out there for that coin toss against Ball State, you had the opportunity to see the Dwyer family, who lost their dad and husband during the 9/11 tragedy back in 2001. When you were able to look them in the eye and see them in that moment for something that was so significant for them, what do you embrace about that opportunity?
I embraced just being there, you know, just you know, it was emotional, you know, time for the family and for, you know, us. You know, I just gave the mom and the daughter and, you know, everybody a hug, and just like, you know.
That was a real sentimental moment for everybody, you know. Makes you think back and cherish the moments, you know. You never know when you can lose someone and unexpectedly, so it makes you go back and you tell your loved ones that you love them, and you pray for their loss and the ones who they lost, you know. So it's great. It's great to be out there and be able to support them through that.
Very well said. Obviously, that was an emotional moment inside Beaver Stadium. It's Penn State ultimately walked away with the victory in that contest, 44-13, the final score. But now the attention shifts.
That was for the Dwyer family.
That was for the Dwyer family. I like that. That was good. That victory. Victory number 2 of the season. Now they shift their attention towards Penn State and Auburn.
When people ask us about college football, they travel around. What game should we go to? What scene? Every time, one of my first answers, if you can, go to the whiteout at Penn State. Like it's the scene you have to take in. I mean, hostile environment tonight. Be a lot of fun.
College Game Day rolls back into town for the 5th consecutive year. What is it like having College Game Day, from your guys' perspective, covering this program ahead of one of the biggest games of the year?
Electric. Just especially just knowing, like, during the week, like, you know, I know the students and, you know, the fans are ready for the week. So it's just like a different, like, feeling. It's like it's the whiteout, you know, here it comes.
Yeah. Like, the whole week is intense. You know, you got College Game Day rolling in. You know, growing up, you watching College Game Day, you seeing all it. It's almost unreal, you know. So you get this, like, see this in person instead of seeing it on TV. And as a little kid growing up, you just be like, I wonder, like, could I ever be in that situation or something like that? And now that you're in that situation, you see it happening. It's like, it's mind blowing.
Do you get to watch it?
Like, before we go down to breakfast, or like maybe like a little bit after we're done eating or whatever, we get to watch it for like a little bit to see who they pick. Just like maybe like 5 minutes, and then we go with, like, be on our day.
So you get to see the picks happening when Corso puts the headgear on.
When Coach Franklin got his suit on. He's supposed to be with us.
Yeah.
If you guys were hosting College Game Day, so it's the two of you up there, who's the host and who's the analyst?
He'd be the host. I had to be
What?
the analyst, yeah. He'd be the host, I'd be the analyst.
So you're putting the headgear on, Tig?
Yeah, I'm going to put the headgear on.
I like that. Brisker's going to be Reese Davis hosting, opening the show, making everybody have chills. That's pretty cool. All right, so shift your attention towards game week. You said that it's intense. How is the Penn State whiteout game week different than maybe some others?
First, it's a night game. You know, 7:30 at night, we're under the lights. It's so much going on. It's probably the best game in college football, you know, the whiteout game. So just building up into this week, you know, everybody's reaching out to you. Everybody's whiteout, it's whiteout, it's whiteout, it's whiteout, it's this, it's that, you know, and just to try to stay focused on the task and still, you know, enjoy it is a difficult part about it, you know. But it's going to be great regardless.
I would say just building up the week, just the campus is already, you know, lit. It's already, they can't wait. You know, it's like a little, everybody got a pepper in their step when they walk into class or something like that. It's just
trying to get the classes over with. Trying to go.
Every day just taking it day by day, but can't wait for that Saturday, especially knowing that it's College Game Day. I know the fans and the students can't wait to get to the College Game Day and next to the hub and things like that. So crazy experience. You
know, we should see if anybody's actually listening to this podcast, and let's come up with a sign that they can make to have on College Game Day for the two of you.
Sign.
The Jack Boys.
Jack Boys sign, yeah.
The Jack Boys / the Heroes.
The Heroes, yeah.
What is that?
The Heroes, you know, not to make it a long story, but, you know, both of us come from similar backgrounds. You know, we're dependent on, you know, we're not like regular people, you know. We gotta uphold a certain standard and be there for our younger siblings and younger friends and close friends, you know, and protect the generation under us, you know, that's related to us. So our family, my family and his family, look to us as heroes, you know, people who's gonna, you know, eventually save the day for both families.
I'll say the Jack Boys is just like, you know, we out there making plays like. You can't get none on the Jack Boys, nothing deep, nothing like that. The Jack Boys just got that swag, you know, just that swag to them.
Right.
Jack Boys are the heroes, just in bold block letters, or do you want some art on there too?
Be creative. Be creative.
All right. Nittanyville, anybody listening to this podcast, that's a challenge for you guys. Let's make it happen on Saturday for the college game day production over on Old Main Lawn. Now, you guys talk about the background you come from, and you two have known each other for, it seems like, eternity. And hopefully you can be those heroes for your family members and those that look up to you. When you go back to the roots of your relationship, what makes it so strong that it pays off on the field?
Just the blessings, you take a moment and you look back and you realize, like, okay, I made it through this obstacle. My family made it through this obstacle with me, just to go back all the way to the roots, like how far we came, coming from the bottom of the bottom to now we're not at the top, but we're almost there, just to look back and see how far we came and now where we at, it's just like, it's a great feeling,
When you say the bottom of the bottom, what does that mean?
I would say just basically just like, growing up, a lot of things have happened, between me and Tig, and then, and then we still, we didn't come straight to Penn State or go straight to, Division I school or any school. We went to junior college, so it's just like, we were still, still there, still like trying to, dig ourselves out the hole and things like that. And then, we're not there yet, but we're blessed to be here at Penn State.
Yeah.
So like, it's like, we kind of made it. We're at Penn State. A lot of people back home, they wish they would be in our shoes, and I know a lot of young, kids and people like that. They look up to us, and like, they want to be in our shoes, and we're setting an example.
Yeah.
You're setting an example, and you continue to do that. What is your message to those kids that look up to the two of you?
There's always some at the end of the tunnel. Never give up. Even at hard times. Doors closed, but it's always going to open at the end of the day.
Yeah. Just keep looking, keep believing, keep trusting in God. And it's going to happen. A lot of people that's in that junior college route or might be in a worse situation, it's going to happen. I never had doubt. I know he never had doubt that it was going to be another door that opened for us, and we were going to be able to walk through that door and shine like stars. So just never give up, keep pushing.
How does that perspective make the two of you appreciate the small things that others might take for granted on a daily basis?
Every day. You walk in this building, that's the appreciation right there. You walk into a building, where other schools and junior college didn't have that, a lash football building like ours where you got a weight room inside and a ice tub and a hot tub. And, you start from there, you appreciate that. You appreciate having these conversations with these coaches like Coach James Franklin, who's been around the game for many years and have knowledge to teach you and mold you through life. So you everything I appreciate, from day one, coming in here, being able to just practice on a practice field, just so appreciative of everything, never take anything for granted.
I would say just, just first, walking in, just, seeing the football field, the green grass, just like, wow, and the mountains behind it. I'm saying, like, just like, wow, like, I'm really here. I just always think that moment and, like, just walking through the facility, on the backside of it, just like, look at that green grass every morning. Just like, wow, just the way they take care of it, too. It's just like, this is football, they take care of the grass.
Hey, we was on train tracks before this. We were by train tracks, practicing by train tracks, and had no real view like this, I know a lot of people may have not seen, our practice facility, but the view behind that is extravagant,
It's like Happy Valley, like, whoa, this is Happy Valley.
This is it right here, so coming from where we came from to not seeing these kind of views and these pictures to now we're literally in our dream. So it's like, imagine yourself in your dream. You just like, I can't believe it. Like, I'm really, is it real? So it's a blessing.
A blessing and a dream that is being fulfilled, which will continue to take place this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in front of 110,000 plus on primetime TV, ABC, 7:30. Gentlemen, appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.